Hey all, welcome to Learn QA and LR channel. So in this video, we will try to explain 5 important questions from profit loss. Let's start. Okay, so this question is the most important question, very important variety. A man purchases 11 pens for 10 rupees and sells 10 pens for 11 rupees. How much profit or loss does he make? First, let us try to understand the traditional method. Then we'll go for one shortcut. So first, let us try to understand the traditional way of solving the question. I will do this traditional for only this question. Rest of the questions will go for smart method. We'll name it as smart method. Right? Simple. Okay. A man purchases 11 pens for 10 rupees, right? What is cost price of each pen then? 10 rupees for 11 pens. So CP of each pen is 10 by 11. What is selling price for 10 pens? 11 rupees, right? Then each selling price is 11 by 10. So here can you see the selling price is more than the cost price. 11 by 10, how do you compare fractions? 11 by 10 and 10 by 11. So cross multiply. This is SP and this is CP, right? So I think that you guys very well aware of. If not, check here. So selling price is 11 by 10, cost price is 10 by 11. So cross multiply the numbers. 11 into 11, 121, 10 into 10, 100. So whichever the number is more, that variable is more. So here 121 is more than 100. So SP is more than 100, which means this is a profit case. SP is more than CP. Now we know that the basic understanding with the profit percentage. So profit percentage equal to SP minus CP by CP into 100. Now this is equal to SP is 11 by 10 minus CP is 10 by 11 by CP is 10 by 11 into 100. So if you take LCM 11 into 11, 121, 10 into 10, 100. So 121 minus 100, 21 by 10 into 11. This is a numerator part. And the denominator, if you reverse, if you inverse, that will become 11 by 10 and into 100. So this is the basic traditional way of solving. So 11, 11 cancel, 100, 100 cancel. So the profit is 21%. But somebody may have a lot of confusion with the fractions, dealing with fractions. So for them, we'll follow one smart method. Let's see here. If I don't worry about the number of articles, here you are worrying about number of articles, right? Here, first case, the number of articles while purchasing and the rupees, right? Let us talk about cost price, guys. He purchased 11 pens for 10 rupees. At the time of selling price 10 pens for 11 rupees. So 11 pens, 10 rupees and 10 pens, 11 rupees. This is for CP reference and this is for SP reference. If I can make the number of pens selling or same, I purchase a bag of pens for 100 rupees and I purchase the same number of pens, a bag of pencils, a bag of pens only for 110 rupees. So now my worry is about talking about cost price and selling price. We never worry about the number of bags, the number of pens in the bag. So the simplest case is trying to equate the number of pens selling and purchasing. Understood? I'll repeat this by taking one more example. Let us see. Now I purchase a bag of apples for 100 rupees. And if I purchase the same number of apples present in the bag for 120 rupees, my worry is about to cost price and selling price. Now simply there is 20 rupees profit. I never worry about the number of apples because whatever the apples that I purchase, the same number of apples I'm selling. Now my worry is not to talk about CP and SP of each article. Our worry is on total quantity. So try to make same quantity. So the strategy is making same quantity of pens. Same quantity. So to get that, what is here the number of pens purchasing? 11. Here selling is 10. What is a common multiple here? To get that common multiple, multiply this with 10, multiply this expression with this number of pens, and the second one with the first number of pens, that is 11. Now, what I mean to say is 11 into 10, 110 articles, 10 into 10 for 100 rupees. Same now, I'm simply multiplying the number of articles by 10, the same per price. So 11 into 10, 110 articles cost price is 100 rupees. Now here same 10 multiplied with 11. Why? I am trying to make the number of articles same in both cases. Now 10 articles into 11, 110 articles, 11 into 11, 121. Now see guys, our reference 110 articles CP is 100, 110 articles selling price is 121. Now he is purchasing same quantity and selling same quantity, so forget about that. Now what is CP? CP is 100, SP is 121. What is the difference in value? 21%. Why? Because base is 100 only, right? So change in value is 21, base is 100, from 21, I mean profit by CP into 100. So which is 21%, directly got it. So what I mean to say is that simply, I will explain this again, let us see. Now directly we'll go for smart method. CP, SP, here 11 pence, 10 rupees, 10 pence, 11 rupees. Now we are trying to make number of articles same. So we are multiplying both of these to get 100 rupees. That is 110 pence, cost price is 100. Here multiply both with 11. So first expression with the second expression with the first. Now same 110 article selling price is 121. So CP 100, SP 121. CP is 100, SP is 121. So there is 21 rupees profit on 100 rupees CP into 100. So simply 100 cancel, 21% profit. We will adapt this to next coming questions. Let's see the next question. Now, directly think about smart method. A man purchases 8 pens for 9 rupees. Here, let us say number of articles. Okay, I'll do one thing right here. Number of articles and its rupees. So 8 pens for 9 rupees. This is for CP. Now, what about SP guys? He sells 9 for 8 rupees. We don't worry about loss or gain. First, let us talk about the number of articles, right? How to get that? Multiply the first expression with the second number of articles into 9. What I mean to say is 8 9s are 72 pens. CP is 9 9s are 81 rupees. So if 8 pens cost is 9 rupees, 72 pens cost is 81 rupees. What about the selling price transaction? Multiply this expression with the first number of articles, that is 8. Now 9 8s are 72 rupees, sorry, 72 pence. 8 8s are 64 rupees. Now this is for SP guys. Now see, our CP is more than SP, which means this is loss case. How to get loss? Loss percent equal to, the loss is difference, 17 rupees the loss on CP 81 into 100. So how do you get this approximation? You can forget about this profit case. Only last case is correct. To make this approximation simple, 17 by, let us round off 81 as 80 into 100. So 0 gets cancelled. So 8 goes one time, decimal. Okay, simply write one thing, 170 by 8 you can write, right? So 0 cancel, 17 into 10, 170 by 8. So 8 goes one time. So 8 goes 2 times, right? 8 goes 16, 1 remainder. 8 goes one time. 21 point something you got. When you got 21 point something, then I decrease the denominator. So when the numerator is, when the denominator is actual, the answer will be less than 21%. So less than 21% is 20.98. I can approximately 21%. Remaining D is 22.8 and close to 23%, which is very more in value. So like that, you can work out the approximation technique. So our worry is to say the number of articles same. Okay, let us not stop here. We'll do a few more questions to make it better understanding. Okay, let's see another fantastic question. A fruit seller buys 700 oranges at the rate of 500 for 100 oranges, and another variety of 500 oranges at the rate of 700 rupees per 100 oranges, and sells them at 84 rupees per dozen. The profit percentage what? So this is the number of articles he purchased initially. Here number of articles means number of oranges. He indirectly mentioned the CPs of each of the variety by using this line at the rate of 500 rupees for 100 oranges. So he paid 500 rupees for 100 oranges. Then what is one orange cost? 500 by 100, 5 rupees. So 5 rupees is the cost price of first variety of oranges. What about second variety? He purchased 500 oranges at the rate of 700 rupees for 100 oranges. 700 by 100, so each orange cost is 7 rupees. So total he purchased 700 into 5, 3,500 rupees for the first variety, and 507 is 3,500 rupees for the second variety. So totally he purchased 7,000 rupees. And how many oranges, friends? Here 700 oranges, here 500 oranges, together 1,200 oranges. Now what is CP? CP of each orange equal to total price by number of oranges purchased. So 2 zeros gets cancelled, right? So CP of each orange is 70 by 12. What is dozen oranges cost? One orange cost is 70 by 12. Dozen oranges cost is 70 by 12 into 12. So 12 gets cancelled. We can say 1 dozen oranges cost is 80 rupees. Friends, this is the cost price of 1 dozen oranges. What is SP of 1 dozen oranges? 84 rupees, right? So SP of 1 dozen oranges is 84 rupees. Now CP is 70, SP is 84. There is 14 rupees profit on every dozen oranges. 14 rupees profit by what is cost price of each dozen? 70 rupees. And to convert into percentage, into 100. So profit by cost price into 100. So 0 0 cancel. 7 goes 2 times. 2 tens are 20% is the profit. So why I am arguing in terms of dozens? Because if I talk in terms of one orange cost, you'll get decimals. And to avoid decimals, we are trying to find out in terms of dozens. So the profit is same whether you argue in terms of dozens or in terms of each of the oranges. Anything is fine. So the answer is 20%. It is a simple word problem, but still a good question to be considered. Next question. This is a fantastic question. Some toffees are bought at the rate of 11 for 10 rupees. So the number of toffees he is purchasing and amount paid for it. So this is the first variety, and 11 toffees cost is 10 rupees. And the same number of quantity, we don't know how much quantity he is purchasing. This 11 and 10, 9 and 10 references are given to find out the cost price of each toffee. That we'll manipulate here. So there is second variety which he is purchasing, which is equal number of quantities as first variety. So 9 for 10 rupees. 9 for 10 rupees. If the old toffees are sold at the rate of 1 rupee for toffee, find the gain or loss percentage. So to find out simply, let us try to go for a general method. What is our method? Smart method, by making the number of toffees same. So multiply this with 9, multiply the first expression with the second number of toffees, and the second with first number of toffees 11. Now here 11 into 9, 99 toffees he purchased for 10 into 9, 90 rupees. And here 9 into 11, 99 toffees, 10 into 11, 110 rupees. Both are CPs only, right? So this is the CP of first variety. This is CP of second variety. Now, what is the total number of toffees he purchased? 99 of first variety, 99 of second variety. Together, 198 toffees he purchased. What is CP of all such toffees? 90 plus 110, 200 rupees. Now friends, 198 toffees are sold at the rate of 1 rupee per toffee. He clearly mentioned the CP is 200 totally, and SP of each toffee is 1 rupee. One toffee is 1 rupee, then 198 toffees cost is, selling price cost is 198 rupees, right? If one toffee is 1 rupee, then 198 toffees are 198 rupees. So this is the selling price. And what is the cost price, friends? The cost price is 200. So with this reference, we simply worried about CPs and SPs, not about the number of articles. Trying to make number of articles same is simplest process. Now, CP 200, SP 198, there is 2 rupees profit on how much? CP 200. And to convert into percentage, in 200. So 2 zeros gets cancelled, 2 by 2, so there is 1% loss. So there is a loss of 1%. So try to make number of articles same. Let's do one more such question. A man purchased some eggs at 3 for 5 rupees. So the number of eggs are 3 and amount paid for it is 5 rupees. And sold them, this is in terms of CP, and SP reference is, and sold them 5 for 12. So 5 eggs for 12 rupees. Thus he gained 143 rupees in all. The number of eggs he bought is. This is one of the finest questions, dear friends. This is one of the fantastic questions. Okay, let's talk. So let us try to make the number of eggs purchased the same. So here in the first expression, multiply the first expression with second number of articles, that is 5. So that means what? 15 eggs he purchased for 5 5s are 25 rupees. So these are the number of eggs purchased, and this is the amount paid for them. And the second expression multiply with the first number of quantity, that is 3. So 5 3s are 15 eggs, selling price is 12 3s are 36. Now friends, for 15 eggs, what is the profit? 25 CP, 36 SP. What is the difference then? SP and CP, 11 rupees, right? So 11 rupees, if there is a profit, 11 rupees profit obtained for how many eggs? For 15 eggs. 11 rupees profit obtained for 15 eggs. But what is actual gain? What is actual profit? 143 is profit, right? So 143 profit will give him how many eggs? How many eggs must have purchased and sold? So this is simply 13 times. So this should be 13 times. So 15 times 13, 195 eggs. So he purchased 195 eggs at the beginning of the transaction. So thank you so much for watching this video. And if you want to get more such valuable videos, you can subscribe to our channel, Learn QA and LR, and click on the bell icon to get all live updates about our classes, mock papers, doubt clarification session. So thank you so much once again, and keep learning, keep inspiring, friends. Only a strong foundation will help you to crack any competitive exam. Don't depend on simple formulas. Try to understand the concept and try to understand the methodology. So thanks for watching once again. Keep learning, keep inspiring, and best wishes for all your competitive exams. Thank you.